section 4.2 with adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. And I am on page 166 in your textbook if you would like to follow along. Okay, super easy with adding. It's just collecting like terms. So what's 2x squared and 7x squared? 9x squared. Good. What is negative 6x and negative x? Negative 7x. And what is 5 and negative 9? Negative 4. There's nothing else here to collect. This is your answer. Now, subtraction is the same thing, a little tricky. You don't need to change the first polynomial, but there is a subtraction sign here, which means that you need to distribute this negative 1, which really means that this is really negative 5t cubed. This one is really positive t squared, and this one is really negative 17. Now we go ahead and we collect like terms. So 3t cubed and negative 5t cubed, negative 2t cubed. 8t squared and t squared plus 9t squared. Good. Negative t, and let's see if there is another negative t here. Nope. So it's negative t, and negative 4 and negative 17 make negative 21. Pretty straightforward. Okay, let's do monitoring progress 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm on page 168. So now we have a trinomial that we're going to multiply with a binomial. So we're going to distribute 4x squared times 2x. What does that make? I'll write it down here. 8x cubed. Very good. 4x squared times 1. Plus 4x squared. Okay, now I'm done with that. I'm going to do the second one. And when you start multiplying anything more than just two binomials, I'm going to stack it so it's a little bit easier to collect like terms. So x times 2x. 2x squared. Now since there's already an x squared here, I'm going to stack it. See, because I know to collect like terms there. X times 1 plus x. Okay, not done yet. I have this last one. So I'm going to stop drawing lines because it starts to get really messy and complicated. But I do it with my eyes. I follow along with my eyes, or my finger, or my pencil. Negative 5 times 2x. Negative 10x. And here's another x, so I'm going to stack it here. Negative 10x. Negative 5 times 1. Negative 5 times 1. Negative 5. Okay, now I'm just going to collect like terms. So this has nothing else to add to it. What's 4x squared and 2x squared? 6x squared. What's 1x and negative 10x? Negative 9x, and then negative 5. So not difficult. You just have to be careful. Take your time. Takes, especially if you're doing this on IXL. All right, we're going to move to number 4. Y times 5y squared. 5y cubed. Y times 3y plus 3y squared. Y times negative 1. Negative y. You've got to watch your positives and negatives. Okay, here we go. Negative 2 times 5y squared. Negative 10y squared. And I want to stack it. You don't have to. You can write one long line if you want to and collect like terms. I just feel that this is visually a little bit easier. Negative 2 times 3y. Negative 6y. Negative 2 times negative 1 plus 2. Now I'm going to add them together. 5y cubed, and this one is minus 7y squared. This one is minus 7y plus 2. Now we're going to do number 5. and we're going to multiply 3 binomials together. So I'm going to start by multiplying 2 binomials together to create a trinomial. So let's do that first. M times m, m squared. M times negative 1, negative m. Negative 2 times m, negative 2m. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. I'm going to collect like terms. M squared minus 3m plus 2. Aha! There is my trinomial. So now I'm going to do my trinomial, and I'm just going to write my binomial here on the left side because that's how I like to multiply it. I like to do it this way. So now I'm going to multiply my binomial with my trinomial. So m times m squared, m cubed. M times negative 3m, negative 3m squared. M times 2 plus 2m. Now let's do the 3. 3 times m squared is positive 3m squared. I'm going to stack it. 3 times negative 3m is negative 9m. 3 times 2 is plus 6. Now I'm going to collect like terms. M cubed. Oh, look what happens here. This becomes 0. This one becomes minus 7m plus 6. Okay, number 6 and 7 we did off camera, but I wanted you to know that these are special products. This is a dots problem, difference of two squares. This is a perfect square trinomial, and if you want practice, you can do Algebra 1, IXL, S9. We're going to move on to number 8. So I'm going to see this binomial 3 times. So let me just write it out so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, how are we going to attack this? We're going to multiply the 2 binomials first to get a trinomial. Once we get the trinomial, we're going to multiply with the binomial. So let's do this one first. So what is xy times xy? X squared, y squared. What is x squared times negative 3? Negative 3xy. If you notice, these two together are actually a perfect square trinomial. But I'm just doing it the slow way so you guys can see it. Negative 3 times xy is negative 3xy. And negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. So if you knew that, you would know to double the middle part. So it's x squared y squared minus 6xy plus 9. And to that trinomial, I'm going to multiply the original binomial. Okay, so xy times x squared y squared. X cubed, y cubed. X squared times negative 6, I'm sorry, xy times negative 6xy. Negative 6 x squared y squared. Xy times 9 y. Okay, last one, negative 3. Negative 3 x squared y squared. Negative 3 x squared y squared. Negative 3 negative 6xy. Negative plus positive 18 xy. Negative 3 times 9 minus 27. So now we're going to collect like terms. I'm going to do it up here because I'm running out of space. X cubed y cubed minus 9, good, x squared y squared. What is this? Plus 27 xy minus 27. That's your final answer.